Got nothing, cat. All right, I'm ready. All right,
Yeah. 908. LA time. Back in the lab and shit. My wife said, I can't say no to nobody, and at this rate we gon' both die broke. Got friends that ask me for money knowing I'm in debt, and like my wife said, I still didn't say no. People tryna say I'm going crazy on Twitter. My friend's best advice was to stay low. I guess it's hard to decipher all of the bills, especially when you got family members on payroll. The media said it was outlandish spending. The media said he's way out of control. I just feel like I'm the only one not pretending. I'm not out of control, I'm just not in a control. I know I'm the most influential. That time cover was just confirmation. This generation's closest thing to Einstein. So don't worry about me, I'm fine. I can see 1,000 years from now in real life. Skate on a paradigm and shift it when I feel like. Control conventional thought, don't need to question. I know it's antiquated, so sometimes I get aggressive. Thank God for Jay Electra, he down with the mission. Did it with no permission, on our own conditions. Most blacks with money have been beaten to submission. Yeezy with the big house did it way different. Never listen to Hollywood producers. Don't stare at money too long, it's Medusa. The ultimate Gemini has survived. I wasn't supposed to make it past 25.
Yeah, you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering where God's gonna say hi. Oh, you're looking at the church in the night sky, and you wondering where's God in your nightlife. Yeah, you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering where God's gonna say hi. God, yeah. I feel like I'm on there.
I've awakened the spirits of millions more to come. 1 million illegally downloaded my truth over the drums. I believe in the children. Listen to the kids, bro. If the phone ringing, go and get your kids, ho. Brother Don Muhammad told the minister about the presentation. He sat back and smiled. Black on black lies is worse than black on black crime. The Jews share their truth on how to make a dime. Most black men couldn't balance a checkbook, but buy a new car talking about how my neck look. Well, it all looks great. 400 years later, we buying our own chains. The light is before us, brothers, so the devil working hard. Real families stick together and see through the mirage. The smoke screens, perceptions and false reality. Who the real owner if your boss gets a salary? I am one with the people. I am one with the people. I've been woken from a light and man's dream. Checking Instagram comments to crowdsource my self-esteem. Let me not say too much or do too much, cause if I'm up way too much, I'm out of touch. I'm praying an out-of-body experience will happen, so the people can see my light. Now it's not just rapping. God, I have humbled myself before the court. Dropped my ego when confidence was my last resort. I know you got a plan, I know I'm on your beams. One set of footsteps, you was carrying me. When I turned on the news and they was burying me. One set of footsteps, you was carrying me. When I was negotiating with Apple, it was Larry and me. Told Tim Cook to call me, I was scary to see. I would've took 100 million and gave 20 to Hove. I heard it's the way they did it when we only had the stove. But it's better that I stayed at home with my folks, cause if Jay a billionaire, then I'ma never go broke. Only thing I ask is next time I'm on stage, we all go. We all go. Not just by myself, looking for niggas like where's Waldo. She got the same shoes as my wife, but she copped them at all though. Modern day MJ with an off the wall flow.
Night light, walk all over me. Walk all over me. I'm delivering everything I've ever said to your brain. Fly, fly, fly overseas. Fly overseas, oh. Anywhere, everything but in between. Yeah, you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering where God's gonna say hi. Oh, you're looking at the church in the night sky, and you wondering where's God in your nightlife. Yeah, you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering where God's gonna say hi. Oh, you're looking at the church in the night sky, and you wondering where's God in your nightlife. Please face me when I speak. Please say to me something before you leave. You've been treating me like I'm invisible, not visible to you. Oh, the invisible truth stays sober. Don't quite understand the games you play. Understand. Understand I'm standing under oath, and I promise I wouldn't fall anymore. While I'm crawling at the bar, I wishing that you saw my scars, man. I wishing that you came down here and stood by me and look at me like you knew me. But I feel so alone, like I don't know anyone except the night sky above. Yeah, you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering where God's gonna say hi. Oh, you're looking at the church in the night sky, and you wondering where's God in your nightlife. Yeah, you're looking at the church in the night sky, wondering where God's gonna say hi. Oh, you're looking at the church in the night sky, and you wondering where's God in your nightlife.
Today I seriously thought about killing you. I contemplated premeditated murder. And I think about killing myself, and I love myself way more than I love you, so today I thought about killing you. Premeditated murder. You'd only care enough to kill somebody you love. The most beautiful thoughts are always inside the darkest. Just say it out loud to see how it feels. People say, don't say this, don't say that. Just say it out loud, just see how it feels. Weigh all the options, nothing's off the table. Today I thought about killing you. Premeditated murder. I think about killing myself, and I love myself way more than I love you. The most beautiful thoughts are always beside the darkest. I think this is the part where I'm supposed to say something good and sad so it doesn't come off. Early afternoon, close to the moon. Don't need so soon. How can I get through? Early afternoon, and I love myself way more than I love you. To the moon, don't need so soon. How can I get through? If I was trying to relate it to more people, I'd probably say I'm struggling with loving myself, because that seems like a so soon, so soon.
Here we go, strapping we up. Never forget all the memories. Sitting, I sip on
Good morning, chat.
thinking I should be a better me.
Good morning, everybody.
Really, I'm blessed from the start. So much to say in these melodies. Stare at the sky, the moon singing sweet. Oh my God, such a sweet moment. Angels that say I might have a week. Such a lonely boy. Heaven knows I might never sleep. Trouble in my soul. Hey, I've been praying. Life I'm ashamed, hated what I would see. And
How about now? Come on, chat. It's fixed, right? I hear double audio now, though. So I moved my my settings or my audio over the weekend. Chat, is there a double audio? Or is it just me? Y'all hear double audio? Or it sound normal? You said yeah. Is normal? Okay, I don't know why it sounds weird. All right, Lip. What's up, Wogman? Discord, we good here? You guys hear my screen? Or you guys hear me? Share screen. Come on, guys. Shit. We're still in the range here. Nothing new. What am I sharing here? Screen 2. Trading view. Trading view. All right, chat. Let's see. This song's still on repeat. Chat, let's see what we can do today. It's what was I gonna say? It's they're still in the range here, but maybe it gets a little better. But yeah, let's see what we can do today. It is I mean the first official trading day of the month here for us, right? So today we have we do have news. It is ISM manufacturing PMI at 10. ISM manufacturing prices at 10 as well. And then after that is nothing. I think this week you do have NFP on Friday, and then I guess like throughout the week you have a bunch of other like yellow and orange folders, right? But I think the only major things is today, ISM manufacturing PMI at 10 a.m. Eastern, and then you have more at more another red folder on Friday for NFP. So yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I think the last 2 weeks have been pretty like you can say pretty slow when it came to news. It was just FOMC on Wednesday last week, right? But that didn't really move price too much, as you can see here. I was hoping that FOMC could like actually break us out of this range here, but we're kind of still stuck here. So yeah, let's see. Maybe this is the week. Maybe this is the month it breaks out. I don't know, but this looks like, you know, one massive range here. Let's see, but what am I gonna even add today? I think in terms of zones, it's pretty straightforward. We'll keep the same zones like down here, 3873 zones. We'll keep that, and then we'll also add this one up here, which is the same resistance that we've been using for the last 3 weeks, almost a month now, really. So same thing here, same thing down there. That does not change. That remains the same until you get more information, which has not been printed. And then to help divide the ranges up here, we got another range right around here. So we got something at 4222.457. All right, so we'll leave that there. And then we'll leave that there. All right, so these are our three ranges that we've been like kind of using. the last 3 weeks, but clearly, you know, this is your overall area that you're looking at, like your overall range. In terms of like higher time frames looking left here, this is kind of where you're going to be chilling in between those areas. You got another range, you can say right around there and right around here. This becomes your like range within a range, right? So you have this one massive range, and then within that you have another range here. So yeah, it would be nice if we can start breaking out this to start. I don't know if that'll be today, I don't know if that'll be this week, I don't know, but that's up to price, right? But that's kind of just like understanding like where you're at on the charts, understanding what part of the cycle you're in. And yeah, hopefully we can break to the downside just to get that range fill over with, like from below 39.60 down towards like 38.73, because we've been looking at that for just wanting this to get filled for the last 3 weeks now, right? If that can get filled and that could be over with, amazing. Then you can actually start ranging for real, right? Because this breakout, I'm not hoping for the breakout to get like a continuation of a move, although it could, but more so of like, finally we break out this range, we can actually start ranging on the higher time frame, you know? So that's kind of where we're at on price. But again, these ranges are very tradable, even though it's in the range. Like this overall range is like 4,600 pips, so that's quite a bit. And then this one right here is like 2,400 pips, so it's like, again, still tradable, right? It's not untradeable, it's just you're not really getting anything new or crazy, right? But in terms of tradability, like there has been some trades in this range for us. I think last month we had like 9 trades or 8 trades, something like that. But yeah, that's kind of where you're at with that on the higher time frame. So let's drop down to the smaller time frame. Let's see if there's anything new that has happened, or are we just kind of stuck within these areas here? So it looks like, yeah, I mean, still holding these lower highs there. I think there's a gap on the opening, right? That got filled immediately right down yesterday. And yeah, so these lower highs still being held. That's cool. The issue is like they're not really making any lower lows. Like even when you were making these like lower highs here, right? These weren't really making lower lows. They were kind of just evenly rejecting the same points. So it is getting a bit smaller because, again, like if you look at it from here, it's like you're kind of starting to close up a little bit, right? I think a lot of people call it like bullish flags or whatever, bearish flags, whatever you want to call it. I think in terms of, yeah, like in terms of that, it's definitely starting to slow down here for sure. So that's not a bad thing. It could lead to a pop, right? Now, I don't know where, I don't know when, but I do know, looking at structure, that is being held. So we'll take that from the 4 and we'll drop down to the 1, see if we can get any more information here. Like there's really, like, I don't know, it's not really much I can really add here, chat. Like I could add like maybe this right here. I can maybe add this right here, like this same support that we've had off of like that 4 support area, like right around here, right? There's that. We understand that that's like the bottom of the ranges. I think it's like it's gonna be a little difficult in this area still. This is kind of what I was hoping to break out at least like last Thursday and Friday. But yeah, like this is a leg kind of right here as well, so maybe you could react here for a bit before figuring out what you want to do next. Like it'll be nice if you can start just to start breaking below those yellow zones and then holding, right? Pulling back and holding for continuations. I think below there, obviously you have range until like 39.60, so that'll be nice. The hard part is like actually breaking through or coming down, right? That's like 380 pips, so that I don't know. So I wouldn't want to anticipate that as well. I wouldn't want to anticipate sells assuming that we're going to just come down, because at any given point, these could just be like reaction zones, right? Like anywhere here off of like this, off of this, off of this, off of this could just be like a reaction area or a support, you can say it too. And you can just sit between here, like you just reject, right? So you don't want to just like anticipate, like hope that you're going to come down, right? You actually want to see it break through areas to confirm that we're actually bearish, and that doesn't like really happen here until like 30,000 or 4,000, like 39.93. This leg candle is not bad. The only thing is I gotta see how it comes down. Like if there's a leg candle right here in the 4, right below like 40.20, you can say that you got a body reaction on Friday right here. You rejected off of the body area already of that leg candle, so that's nice. So if you start to come back down and re-break and hold 4020, is there potential below there? For sure. But you still need structure. So that's the part where we gotta see how it comes down. But like still, like even to 4020, this is like 330 pips that you kind of gotta wait for still, right? So below 4020, it could be doable. It doesn't have to be below 39.93, but very key how it comes down. So you know, like I wouldn't be in a situation today to like anticipate that, oh yeah, we're just gonna come down here just because 4-hour time frame is holding structure, and just because like daily is closing bearish yesterday and there's a leg candle. Like you can't just look at those things as simple as that and convert and use that as a confirmation, right? You actually want to see volume and see something significant in price here. Otherwise, again, it's just a repeat of like what's been happening off of these same areas here, right? So yeah, I do want to watch that drive down. I will watch that drive down, which means that we're not going to take any trades, any sells on the way down below 40.19. We're just going to watch it drive down. If it does drive down, even it might not. But yeah, that'll be 300 pips at least. And then once you start breaking below 40.20, it's just about structure, right? So if you start coming down here, that's it like this, below 40.20, it's just about structure. It's just a matter of like whether you pull back and continue to hold 40.20 zones. As long as you can hold those areas, really, that should be pretty straightforward. And then below here should be you looking for ideas, right? Within this area to come down towards like 39.93, which is going back to the forward, just a leg candle fill, right? Leg candle fill here in total is like maybe 230 pips here. I'm assuming if we get in somewhere below here, we'll probably have like a range of like maybe 80 85 pips, something like that, right? In that area. So yeah, it's doable. It's just from here, can I tell whether it's gonna go down? I absolutely cannot. Can I assume? Probably. Anyone can assume, right? But can I anticipate that's gonna go up as well? Probably not. I don't have much info for it to go up as well. I think going up for me, it's like I'm not looking for buys until 40.22. So I'm gonna have to watch it drive up, like at least here, like maybe this is gonna be a watch party for like 1600 pips, at least 1600 pips. We're gonna have to watch it drive up. So that is the same area we've been looking at and using, again, the last 3 weeks as well, right? 4200, that's our buy area. It still has never broken above there. Until that happens, I wouldn't be able to tell whether this is bullish or not yet, just because these lower highs here are still being held. And as long as that's still being held, any given point, this could still continue down, right? So it's more of like, it's a range, obviously, and it's in the middle of the range, right? So price, like let price decide where it wants to go. Don't be the one who decides that for price, because price is not going to listen to you. Price can move where it wants to move, right? So yeah, that's kind of what we got, chat. I think it's looking for sells below there. As for wick entry sells, it's definitely still doable as well. I don't have any areas right now that I'm looking for. I think by default it's going to be 40.22, 42.22, but there's possibilities we could find more zones. Maybe it could be like 41.63 or something. I think we used that zone last week, right? But yeah, the ideas behind the wick entry sells as well would be like that. If price were to come up without creating structure, right? We can look for wick entry sells because you're expecting higher lows to occur in case it's a fake out, or higher lows to occur before it goes up. But you're looking for basically this move from the reaction area down towards the higher lows, right? That's why the wick entry sells would be valid. It's just going to require, again, another like whatever, like let's say we have a zone here. This is going to require like a 1200 pip move up, right? So that's kind of how we'll plan the trades. It's not like I think it's going to go up here, let's take buys. I think it's going to go down here, let's take sells. Like it's more of like, if this is going to happen, it'll lead to this play. If this is going to happen, it'll lead to that play. And then that's kind of how I set up my ideas for the day. So that's pretty much it. Those are the two ideas. Wick entry sells, one, or continuation sells, one. There's a leg candle there, so maybe below 40.20. We got to watch your drop down first. And then number two is wick entry sells, which is going to require at least, like I'm assuming, 1200 pips as a pop up before looking for wick entry sells. But those are just two sell ideas, right? And the buy ideas won't come until 40.22, which is going to require like some type of push above here, right? Which we'll find out anyways if it does, but it's gonna require a bit. That's like 1800 pips. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward. I don't think honestly, like just rinse and repeat our same analysis from the last 3 weeks and just place it here, and it's the same answer. So 48.73. Let me just mark this up over here, and then the only thing we gotta do today really is wait for price to print these ideas. If they do, then check, we'll take them. If they don't, then no trades. 38.73. Um, 42.22, 43, 47. With the gap yesterday, I would assume that, you know, NY would have been a little better, or London would have been a little better. $4.87, and then in between is gonna be, what is in between? In between is going to be 40.20, 39.93, 39.63. $39.93. $40.20. 39.63. Yeah, I think the only thing that we gotta find really is just that wick entry sell zone. Where's that gonna be, right? I'm assuming it's gonna be like maybe within these areas though, like 41.40, 41.30 at least. So that's also still pretty far, right? And yeah, it's pretty much it, chat. I mean, this thing just kind of shifted down a little bit just now. Still like 300 pips away though. That's not bad. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just waiting. Now it's a matter of like waiting for those setups, right? Waiting for whether those can play out or not. What's up, Bento? 2 leg candles. Yeah. That's funny because the two positions that we took there were the leg candles. Oh, after we took it, it formed the leg candle, right? So we've just been buying at support, or selling at support, really. What's up, Mike? Good morning. Chat, yeah, sure there's no double audio today. It sounds like there's like some type of double audio. For me at least. What's it on? Stream audio. Broadcast. Stream mix. It should be good. Should be good, should be good. Chat, now does this make sense? Chat, you guys are acting as if there's like no one watching right now. It's like 150 people right now. How we got 150 people in the chat? Feels like there's like one person watching. Is this am I tripping? No, this is a leg candle from, oh yeah, you got the body. There's one right here too, right? I just took that in. There's one right here too. So is there anything there? What else is here? I think this is the first time you'll be coming down, right? Towards the body reaction area. So 40.33, 40.38 in these areas. That's not too bad. I'll leave it like, probably expect some type of reaction here in these areas then. And then maybe it could be higher than 40.20, maybe 40.36. But there's a leg candle there. That's the only reason I'm saying that. You still need the structure to form and all of that. But that should be pretty straightforward once it's done. Also, chat, I made my 30% withdrawal. We made our 30% withdrawal for the month of August. So August wasn't, or July wasn't anything too crazy for us. I think we did like total, like, what did we do? We did like maybe 3.27% for July. All right, so yeah, I think that was our slowest month ever. Our slowest month before that was like April 2020. Wait, April, May, June 2025. That was our second slowest month. But yeah, 3.37, and then we did, I think, $87 when it came to how much money it was. And we withdrew 20, let's see, so this account made $26 or $87.40 for the month of July, and we withdrew 30%, which is 26.22. So yeah, the balance now sits at officially 2.7. So for the first time, we're actually above 2.7 without withdrawals, or including withdrawals, for the month. So yeah, maybe this month we hit 20, 28, 29, maybe 30. Let's see what's up. But that is, I think, our like 15th withdrawal on the account, basically. I mean, every month we've been on, aside from January, has been a profitable month for us. So yeah, it's like our 15th withdrawal every month, 30% every month, same routine, same percentage number, all the same. And then I think we're $70 away from being like risk-free. Like withdrawals $930, right? Deposit was $1,000. So we're like, this entire account is gonna be like above water, just air, free. Really sucks how hundreds show up just to make bread and roll out and never drop a like. I don't think that sucks. I think that's great. I don't think that's a bad thing. At the end of the day, I understand how, like, that point of view. Shit, bro. I can't imagine the amount of streams that I'm on that I don't leave likes on. The show goes on regardless, though. Either someone leaves a like or not. Oh, here goes the volume. Here comes the volume. Bro, this audio is tripping me out today. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. My check. Line out. Chat mic. Bro, I have no idea. No idea. We hear music through your mic. I gotta stop moving my setup around. I've been moving my setup around like every other week, so the settings just change every week. What's on output? Output is chats. How about that? No. Doesn't do anything. Mike. How about that? Is that good? Still? How about now? I might have now. Sample. How about now? Hello? Good now? Fix. Okay, cool. What's up, babe? What's up? Oh yeah, cheers taken. Trades taken. So yeah, chat, this is gonna require 80 more pips. It's not bad. At least 80 more pips until, actually no, I lied. Our zones were below 40.20, right? That's still 250. But I guess like 80 pips until, like, there could be ideas below 36. It's just a matter of like if you get that like kind of formation. So if you do come down towards 36, I'm assuming that could be the area of reaction, like between 36 and, like, I'll say in this blue zone really. Between there and like I'll use like this body right there. So off of like this candle from maybe June 26th 8 a.m. on this time zone on this broker. I use that candle to reference the reaction zones. Bottom of the blue zone, top of the blue zone. I think I just referenced the 4-hour body area, really, just the 4-hour body reaction area. So yeah, anywhere in that zone could be a reaction. And if you do get that structure, we don't know how far it's gonna go up, right? It can go up for like ever. It can go up to like maybe only here, right? But either way, we gotta wait for that reaction. So we get that body reaction, reject off of it, re-break, pull back and hold, and then we'll get the very end of the leg candle, which is like right around here, right? And in worst case, if there's like not enough range there, we'll look for the other one, which is our original idea below 40.20. So that's also very doable too. So yeah, those are like, again, two leg candle ideas for the session. Pretty straightforward. Trading really like anxiety free, chat. Like you guys, if you mark up your zones and actually have stuff that you're waiting for, instead of just hopping on like and just like trying to take trades left and right, like it's anxiety free. You don't gotta have anxiety waiting for setups, or like, you know, sitting there like rocking back and forth hoping that someone's gonna form. Like, you don't gotta hope for anything in trading. It just kind of comes to you if you plan. If you don't plan, you know, it's obviously, if you don't plan, you don't know what to expect, so you're always gonna be more nervous, more anxious. What's up, Macy? Or you have a funded, right? Then you got a time limit. It's gonna take a time bomb. Spreads are not bad. not bad at all. Not bad, not bad. I think it's a little better than last week. What did Asian and London move today? This is Sunday opening. Alright, so there was that gap. It was like around about 300 pips, not much. And then it corrected fast. 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. until like 9:30, an hour and a half to correct really. So not bad for Asian. And then London, until London can just range. And yeah, like the last drop you've had in terms of volume was maybe like at 12:45, 1, so like pre-London. And then ever since pre-London, it's kind of been like, you know, chilling. And then yeah, like some sort of like volume coming in at 7 again, pre-New York. And I think this still hasn't really moved yet, but I think this is starting something for sure. That's not bad. It's good that you haven't really moved from like 2 until 7, right? Usually there's like some type of like break period. That's your break period. It's not like you move constantly throughout the late sessions, right? Because then NY might be a little slower, but that's not bad. Yeah, it's a matter of this can just pick up. Or like range period, same thing. Sometimes like I've noticed that like if you like if there's a longer gap between like when you last move, usually like let's say before NY, like NY likely is to move. Like if there's a movement at like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., then like it's 8 a.m. Eastern, and right now it's 8 a.m. Eastern. You know, like 8 a.m. likely is to move a little later, or New York's likely to move a little later, more so like 10, 11. But if there's like the larger the gap is, the more likely NY is to push, right? Especially early NY too. But there was the first initial set of volume, I think, coming at 7 today. So you can see like right here, like the first set of volume, like this right here for the session, pre-New York. So that's not bad. And this whole entire thing has came down since, right? So yeah, I think it's only gonna pick up really from here. Like Friday, yeah, below 36 or 420. I gotta see. Below 420 is our original idea, so yes. But 430, it's a matter of like structure, how that area looks. So the leg candle is what we're looking at, right? There's 2 leg candles right here, one right here and one right here. So those are bread and butter plays. Another one right here, to be honest, too. But that's our bread and butter. Now it's just a matter of like how we can actually fulfill those leg candles. So we need to wait for that structure, and then we'll be set. Oh wait, they dropped a new playlist. I actually want to hear this. Let's see how this new one sounds. same AI music, to be honest, but they drop a new one every couple of days. What's pip target for the day? I never ever, or you don't want to ever have a pip target. That's like suicidal in trading. You have a pip target, bro. You're gonna like, you're chasing something, and naturally chasing something. So the moment, like before you even get into a trade, you're already chasing something. So I don't have any pip targets or monetary goal or like percentage goal. It's what the market gives you. Ideally, that's how you would want to view it. You're just more free that way. The market's not always going to give you the same ranges every day, right? Sometimes it could be more or less. So there's no pip target. It's more of like the only target I have is to hit my goals in terms of discipline. So hit my goals in terms of like plotting my ideas and then waiting for my ideas to form. That's the only goal, really. That's the only goal you should have in trading. The rest just comes naturally. Price is gonna dictate where you're gonna grab enough of that. What's up, Daniel Holder? I mean, yo, imagine if we had like, let's say, some type of like percentage goal or like any type of monetary goal, right? It's like we did like our lowest percentages in July. This is our lowest percent. Like we have never made less than 3.31% before, right? We had 1 month here, and then this is the closest it came. So imagine what we'll do this month. Right? Like what are we gonna do now? Like, oh shit, last month's a little weaker, let's push this month. Like there's no pushing, there's no pushing, there's no accelerating, there's no decelerating. It's just like the same like neutral approach every day. Because then the month after we had that slow month in May 2025, right? The next month was 15%, one of our biggest months. But I don't think that was like a forceful thing though, right? You never know. Like who knows? August could be our biggest month ever. It just depends on what price gives. But like what are we gonna do, right? Like look at this and be like, look at this number from like 1 month and just chase that, when you can look at like this month, 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 all of these, right? You don't want to have like selective seeing too, right? You want to look at everything. It's like when you take a loss, what are you gonna do? Look at that one loss only, and then be like, hey, damn, like yeah, we took a loss, let's make it back. Like what's there to make back when you look at every other stat that you had, like all the other positive months or all the other winning trades or everything that got to a point, everything before you took that loss, right? You're still positive. It's like, so like all of a sudden, like if you think that, like if you isolate that loss, though, all of a sudden you're just gonna be chasing that loss. So you put everything aside just to chase a loss that's like really, if you zoom out, not really there, right? It's just kind of part of your entire progress. But it's only when you isolate it, right? You don't want to isolate things like that. Or like when you take a loss and you say, oh, how long, you start thinking like, how long is it gonna take to make back? Shit, who knows, right? Sometimes it could be quick, sometimes longer. But that's another thing too. It's like, what's there to make back if like you are already like, your account was already up before that loss anyways, you're already in the positives, or you make it back by natural. Following the same rules and same plan every day. Do you think the macroeconomics with the dollar and yen will have a huge effect on today's movements? I think they always have an effect. I think those things always have an effect. I don't know if I'll like, I don't know if I ever like use them like in terms of like I'm looking at like a different pair to like indicate what's gonna happen on gold. I look at just gold, but I'm pretty sure those things affect, yeah, every day, 24/7. That's how the markets are being moved now. What's the yen doing today though, GJ? Is it still, oh, it broke through. Wow, broke below 213. But yeah, I think for sure, like those things are always moving price, like macro and microeconomics for sure. But like, do I use it in my day-to-day analysis? I look at maybe gold and like USD folders that come out. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, red folders at 10 a.m. To me in my head, that's just an alert for volume. So 10 a.m. I'm expecting some type of volume, right? So I won't be disappointed if it goes up or down. Just like volume is there. If it's not there, I'll be a little disappointed, sure, but that's what I'm looking at it for, not like direction, because price action is what's gonna, my ideas that I plotted out today already is what's gonna form those ideas, whether I get into a trade or not, right? So if we have ideas below 40.20 for sells, news comes out, makes its way down below 40.20, what are we gonna do? Take sells, right? News was just like kind of like like just expedited that move that was supposed to happen anyways. Like what I mean by supposed to happen is like prices are like supposed to go where it's supposed to go, if that makes sense. Like by natural, price is already set to go a certain price today. I don't know where, right? I if we knew where, you know, we'll be like, fuck, going crazy. But price is already set to go to wherever it's supposed to go today. So news or Trump tweeting or this and that coming out is just something that expedites that process. That really, if you're like missing a topic up here today and price is supposed to go up here, you'll see it, right? With news coming out. Because people only blame news in their trading whenever it's like a loss or something, right? It's like, oh shit, Trump took me out. Like, bro, no, like Trump expedited the process for that stop to get hit. That's some decent volume here, chat. On the opening, holy, 50 pips for opening here, 9 a.m. top wick first off the bat. Let's see if you can get it. You haven't gotten a reaction after 36 yet. You came close. This came towards like 41 zone, so this is like still 60 pips away from that body area. I don't know if I like this one. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. So 230 pips away, or 83. I'm guessing if you get the body reaction though, chat, it's gonna be a little more, right? Because you're expecting a reaction there in order to get that position. Not bad though. Kind of like in terms of structure, this is not bad from this perspective. Same reactions here, same reactions there. Here too, but here it rejected and came back up. But you're well below there now, or low below there now. I think in terms of this range, that's kind of where you're sitting, right? Kind of similar here. So yeah, it's basically like could be a mirror of this, could be a mirror of that, bottom of the ranges, right? That could be a general idea. That's still a very generalized idea. You want to wait for that structure in a small time frame. What's good, Manson? So yeah, still 200 pips now. We went from waiting for this move down to happen 300 pips to 200 pips now, right? Again, we're waiting because we don't know whether it's going to drive or not. If you get a 36 reaction chat off of that area, the forward could reflip and make a steeper top wick, right? So it's like you don't really want to like hyper focus on that idea until it actually reacts, because it might just push through, right? And if you push through, you don't really get any confluences below 36 anyways. But yeah, 36, if you get a reaction, it could be anywhere, right? But you don't really want to lock in the idea until you actually start coming back down and re-break that low, right? After the top wick. And it could be anywhere. I wouldn't really know where it's going to be. Looking left, it could re-break the highs. If it does, you can assume maybe like areas right here could be in something, 61. After that, like up here, you know, 77, 81. And then you got like down up here, like 101, right? You can use those zones to the left there. But it could be any of them. I wouldn't know. Dontavius. This is what, like 400? Whatever works. Whatever works. Hey, Uzi dropped a new album, huh? Or EP? It's Lil Uzi Vert. It's Lil Uzi Vert. Twin brother. You said 10 for 10. It was 8 or 9, I think. 9. Code some project. Let me guess. Vibe coding? You got the same playlist as me playing, don't you? Vibe coding? Hope I can find an entry. You don't want to hope, man. Don't hope in trading. It's not good for you. No hopes. No hopes and dreams in trading. Vibe coding. Alright, perfect, bro. I got the perfect playlist for you then. They're right here. We're playing it right now. Locked in playlist. It's funny. Let's see, chat. 909. Let's see. Will it pick up? Will we pick up today? Yeah, 78,000 traders online today. It's not too bad. It's up there. That's definitely up there. Let's see, can it be? The next 15-minute breakout valid? I have a couple of ideas here, but 2 ideas here. I need one of the ideas is below 4020, so I wouldn't know from here whether it's gonna drive or not. I need to wait for 4020 to push down, so I'm at that point. If you got breakouts, you'd be in already and out already, right? But yeah, I don't have any ideas to 4020. I do have ideas below 36 as well, but I'm gonna need this to react first off of it for the leg candle fill, because it's based on the 4 leg candle. So I need the reaction off the body and then the structure and all that formation to form for the leg candle, and then it will be set. So I wouldn't know like right now, but I know that blue zone is approaching, so we're close, much closer than we were earlier today. So GJ's move total here wasn't bad, like 955 pips, champ. Last week, really. You started about making an all-time high once again today. Look, holy. Already though, this week, you started going crazy. Damn. Whatever works. Whatever works, works. What's up, Wicked? I'm buying at 36, hoping for a reversal from the upside. Let's see. There's a reaction zone there. Could be. Yo, this mic sounds crisp today, though. Maybe that's why it is. What's up, Illis? Spreads are pretty tight. Starting to glitch a little bit. Okay, let's watch on the minute time frame. Like this zoomed in. Big chillin', bruv. Okay, bruv. Are you alright? Hey, mate. Leg glitch. Spreads are kind of wide here. Let's see. Let's see if I can catch it. 1 pips. 2.7. 2.1. 2 pip spreads. Let's see. Tap the blue zone. You're in it now. Let's see if this could give some sort of reaction or something here. Right off our yellow zone, huh? Look, no FVG needed. No indicators needed, chat. Just drew a line, right? Off of support and resistance. Supply and demand. Whatever works, works. But yeah, let's see. The whole entire blue zone is my area here. So anything, any reaction would be nice. And then if it doesn't react, you're like 160 pips away now from below 420. So that's also the next idea. So it's not bad. Start off at like 350 today, right? Now we're like 150 away. It's not too bad. No, it's bad. No, it's bad. 82,000 traders online right now. $35 outside? Damn. That was mad hot. Oh, broke 36. All right, let's see if this reacts anywhere. The leg candle here, chat, is what we're looking at right now, right? This entire leg candle film down towards 4020, and then you have a back-to-back one. That's why, like, there's multiple leg candle ideas today. So if you get a reaction, chat, if you get a reaction within the blue zone, like top wick areas, like you want to just reference, like looking left and reference like top wick zones, right? Like looking left here, you can see going across like a bit of reactions here. So could be a 45, 44 in that zone. And then you keep adding as you go, right? But there's more areas up here, 5-2. Like your job isn't to try to like predict what zone it's going to be. You don't need to do that, otherwise you can just draw a fib up and try to predict that. But those are the three areas, right, that you have next. So any within those areas could be a reaction zone if you do get a reaction in general. And if you do, the rebreak of lows, right, that's what you're looking for. So wherever the lows are that you create here. But yeah, the steeper the top wick, the better too. More liquidity you got, more top wicks you got, more lower highs you got. You say you missed the $1 million donvo version? Well, you probably just missed me stacking like trades. I don't know, everyone says they missed that version, but it's like, bro, looking at our stats, like we had a way better like 2025 than 2024, 23, 22, and 21. I think what people miss is the balance. People miss looking at some type of balance, because that's what pushes people, like that's what motivates people, right? A balance. But if you need a balance to be motivated, then maybe the streams aren't for you anymore, you know? Maybe like, because I'm not gonna flash no $1 million balance. Like this is a $2,000 account. Like I started with a 1K account again, and we're just growing it. So I think that's what people might be missing, just a balance. But it's like, I had to wait. Percentage wise, pips wise, like this is, it's been translating way better than we had prior years. In terms of sharpness and trading too, like this is the sharpest. But whatever people were missing, right? You can find that in another stream for sure. You can find out in a different stream, another stream. But this is what we're doing right now. Let's see, is this gonna push? not bad, chat. Volume is definitely here. Let's see, it's only gonna get better too, right? But no reaction yet off the blue zone, so you're still within it. So anywhere within it could be a reaction. I think once you start to break below the blue zone, I'll say more so below here, like below 26, like that's just gonna be a free fall. So if it does break below 26, then I'm pretty sure we'll just end up getting ideas, or we could likely get ideas below 20 instead, which is our original idea, right? I wanted to get in within this area because you have a leg candle here too, but we need that to form first, right? And if that doesn't form, our next ideas are below here, and that's fine. And then below 9 and 3, even below here, you have more range too, right? So I wouldn't stress. If you can't get something immediately here. $130 pips, so not bad, much closer. It wasn't that bad today overall, chat. It wasn't like we had to wait like 700 pips, right? It was only 350 to start today. W Chris, since 2020, holy shit. Yeah, I think I can confidently say that as well. Like in terms of just, it doesn't even have to be about the stats. Like, you know, we could put that to the side and just like in terms of just like what we see, like what we're planning for and how we're waiting for our trades, right? It's like that's, you know, that's the part that I feel more refined in. Like there's nothing like if I'm looking for a setup and I'm breaking it down like 40, let's say 40 20 instead, I'm not gonna be like midway through like, oh shit, chat, let's get in right here. Like I didn't plan for that, right? But in the past, like I said, like any given like 5-minute candle could have been an entry. There wasn't like any plan. Like there wasn't like even me today saying like we're gonna miss out on this like 400 pip range down. Like I think people hear that and they might think like, why is he missing out on a 400 pip range down if he knows it's gonna go down? I don't know it's gonna go down, right? That's the thing. So it's like, I don't know it's gonna go down. It can just come up, right? But I need that move down to as a confirmation, right? So it's like stuff like that that made a difference. But before it was like every 5-minute candle could have been an entry. Like you'd be like sitting here midstream, I'd be like just chilling, and then next thing you know, like, oh damn, minute count shoots down, chat, you know what we're gonna do here? And then boom, right? Which is not bad. Like it's, don't get me wrong, it's not like we went from like really like not knowing how to trade to like 2 years ago, right? It's like, it's just, we built on top of what we already knew. So same thing with the old playbook too, like the playbook of V1, right? I'm sure there's people who were like, I missed the older playbook. Before I introduced the playbook of V1, there's another style of trading that we had too, right? It was a lot of it was like Ichimoku clouds and like price action combined. A lot of people missed that. A lot of people missed the trend lines, the Fibonacci's and all of that at one point that I used too. So people are always like when you get criticism back, like people are always gonna miss like something that you once did. It's something I don't do anymore. I just apply it a little differently now. And I think that's the part that people fail to understand when they watch me nowadays. It's like I'm still using a Fibonacci. I'm sure I'm still using a celery. I'm still using a trend line. Like it's just in a different form, right? Like when I'm drawing structure out, that's the same thing as trend lines. when I'm drawing structure out, it's the same thing as Fibonacci, right? There might be some FVG in there, some order block in there, but part of it is like why I say like it's all the same. All strategies are really like the same, condensed into one. So I think maybe that's the part that people don't realize yet. Assetto Corsa. I was on Assetto Corsa this weekend. Yeah, Assetto Corsa, I was like sparking up 3 a.m. stream. Watching first time. Let's see. Hey, is Raul here today? Where's Raul today? The beer Raul. When you started tracking 2022. Those are my stream stats, so all my stream trades. Using the chart right now, how would you use a fib retracement? I wouldn't use a fib retracement, but like I'm sure if I'm saying like I used market structure today in terms of 4-hour time frame. This is what I used today to start the analysis off. You're still creating lower highs, so like if you draw a fib from like let's say here down to like here, this gives you a what, like 60.8 retracement, right? Stuff like that. That's on the 4-hour time frame. Leg candle is basically a fib retracement too / like market structure, right? It's all the same. When you're looking for a leg candle, you're looking for a reaction and then a re-break, pull back, hold, right? So if you draw a fib from like here to here, this gives you a 30.2 or something. And you're looking for a continuation down below after. In terms of structure, you're looking for just the higher lows to be created or lower highs to be created after, and then once you break the lower lows, that's your sell stop / market X, whatever, right? Like leg candle is all that, but instead of looking at all of that, we're just looking at it within. It's a candle we're looking at, but we're looking at other things within it. It's a loop, really. Or like you draw, like some type of, like you draw this, right? I mean, you can now like say, oh yeah, these are like lower highs on the way down, right? These are also higher lows. I think a lot of what I see is like people start drawing like this out, and it's like a bullish flag, whatever. In reality, it is a bullish flag and all of that. At the same time, you can also just say, if this is where it started down there, like this is the candle really, it's just like one doji, right? And within the doji, you just got one massive range. It's many ways to interpret it. But the best I can do is just show up and just repeat like the same steps every day. And then I think that's what people tend to pick up on. Because there's like new people coming in and out every day, right? But it's the same terms we use every day. It's not like, one day I'm using like support resistance, like candles. Next day I'm pulling some next idea out, right? It's the same terms and same things I'll say, like glitches. We're waiting for a glitch here, waiting for like, a 1-2 pop, like stuff like that. It's the same. You've probably been hearing the same words getting thrown out left and right. All right, so still no reaction, chat. You got like a slight one here, nothing too crazy though, right? But you are in that blue zone, so anywhere in it could be a reaction until it breaks. There's also a no bottom wick right here too, so let's see if that reacts at the bottom of the blue range. And let's say we enter below 40.20 today or 25, right? You gotta see, but if we do enter below there, what would stops be, right? Like 2100, like 42.40. It's not bad. 0.06 lot if we were to get in. Not bad, not bad. NYC dropping. Oh yeah, NYC open. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, no bottom wick right here. What was that? 26 zones. This is an invisible candle here too, so this might not be too much of a struggle really. Is that the same invisible candle on MetaTrader? On the 1 hour time frame? Is that the same one? Yeah, it is. So if that's the same one, then this should be no struggle. Yeah. It'd be nice if we can get in before 4020. It'd be nice. But I need a pullback here. So maybe right here. If we can tap into like 40.38 would be nice. Top of the blue range. 36.38. Rebreak out of lows depending. If it's 36, I'll wait for a second rebreak. If it's 38, then the first break of the lows will be fine. It also depends on like how fast you pull up versus how you come down as well, right? That really matters as well. But yeah, 36, 38 would be nice. Smart from the city. What's up, man? Yeah, multi-sided. Below 20 or below 36, just need a body reaction for the 4 leg candle. We're looking for the 4 leg candles. If you go on the 4, you'll see what I'm talking about. There's 2 leg candles there. News at 10. News at 10? Yeah, news at 10. Right? ISM. I forgot it's also coming out. Still a lot of time, so I wouldn't be worried about it just yet. But yeah, that could bring more volume, chat. So you broke below 26 here, so that could be clean traffic. Still no body reaction off the 4 leg candle, right? That's fine though. It doesn't need to, could just fill it, but that would have been our confirmation. But yeah, breaking below 26 now, so this might be clean traffic. So looks like, unless you get a pullback, I can't really take much here, chat. So yeah, we came down towards 25. Let's see, maybe 36 now instead of 38 would be nice. Could be a little lower too. It might even be 31 would be nice too. 31 I'll probably wait for a second re-break, but you still got this wick fill is 40 pips remaining. How much is this range? Below here, advantage points, 21. That's not bad, 21. Let's see, can we tap 31? 31 and a second re-break. Reminder, if it's not this chat, it's fine, right? For a leg candle below here, you still got quite a bit of range. This is our original idea right here. Yeah, so below 4020, you got that entire leg candle fill, which is 230 pips, 260 pips, around there. But the only thing is, yeah, wait for the body reaction, right? So there you go. So you tap 4020. So let's see, can you get the body reaction on this leg candle, right? Because this one filled it without really pulling back ever. Unless I'm looking at this, maybe that was it. That could be it. But now you're approaching another area, right? So let's see if you react off of these zones. Let's remove 26 though. I don't think we need 26 anymore. 22, let's remove that. I think this blue zone I can get rid of too, because we just cleared it, right? Cool. So yeah, we'll leave it like that. Let's see. 30-minute flip would be 36. 36 would be a 30-minute flip. Also, yeah, 30-minute flip. 1 hour flip is higher. Not bad. So you got a body reaction here, actually, right? So it's not bad. Regarding how steep it has to be, I don't know, right? There's no requirement for that. It's just structure really that you want to see. So next step, if this is the reaction, let's say it goes up to where it's here only, it could come up higher, it could come up lower, who knows? But the re-break at the lows now, what you want to see, and then a pull back and hold. So if you can just hold 40-20, like you want this to re-break the lows, right? So when it does re-break the lows again, it's gonna make a new low, and that new low could be like anywhere. It could be, you can go off of these zones here to the left as well, but it could be anywhere, right? But let's say it is like here. Let's say it's here, right? And then you pull back, boom, and it pulls back, right? So you want this now to re-break. Once it re-breaks, it's a new low, and then it's just a matter of you can hold 20. So holding 20, and then below 20 is like this entire leg candle is yours, right? But it's gonna be a lot less, right? So this entire candle is 250. I'm assuming if you get a low, let's say at like 13, you pull back, you got like 150, which is still fine, right? But we're not getting the whole range because you need to wait for that to re-break. But yeah, reaction here, chat, 28, right? So very nice. And then like based off of like how fast it's pulling back versus like how fast it comes back down to re-break the lows is gonna matter as well. So that's more important than tapping the zone itself. And that's when I'll start looking at the minute and the 5, right? To look at that movement. Oh wait, this is the first pullback, right? How bearish is the move though? Can we get wick entry sells? No, I'll say more so below like 93 will be more so pullback wick entry sell territory, because anywhere here can still flip and just come back to the top of the range, right? But if you break through this range as well, you broke through this one. If you break through this one below 36, any pullbacks could be first initial reactions, right? I'm assuming that won't be until like you tap into like 6-3 and then pull back, and then wick entry sells you can take. But yeah, that could be something as well. But I wouldn't put that here just because of like this is not that bearish in terms of structure. It could still just be higher lows. All right, so leg candle body reaction, you corrected the entire move down. You can see this move down, it wasn't that strong, right chat? It was okay. Volume was there, but this move up took like 4 minutes to correct. So what does that mean? We'll find out, right? Because it could just be a 15 leg candle or something. And then you have news at 10 a.m. too. So we can still get trades before 10. I wouldn't count that out yet, but it needs to happen quick, right? So if our next idea is below 40.20, you need to come down towards 40.20 quick. wick entry sells. I explained wick entry sells. It's too. I think it's in terms of structure. It's like it could just be the bottom of the range. So I wouldn't look for like those wick entry sells. Like, you know, like you're on the right path though. Like you're saying, like if it drives straight up, yeah. I would look for those like more so below 93. Below 93, I'll start looking for that. But between here and here, these can just be higher lows and just come right back up. Because this move is very short-lived, right? It's only from here to here. If you're on the first part of this move, sure, but like there was a pullback here, there's a lower high already, and this is coming back down. So like if these are lower highs, like there's less likely a chance that you are to make steeper lower highs. So taking wick entry sells like is a less likely of a move that you could take compared to like if you were to get a steeper continuation and then get the first pullback, because like August 3rd, these would be the first pullbacks already. Right, and that happened after the move on Thursday, Friday, right? So taking them here is a little difficult just because you're in the second leg of this move from Thursday, Friday. It already happened. But Thursday, Friday, we did have those ideas, yes. I think we did have those ideas on Thursday, Friday. But we couldn't take them because they never tapped. You said 39.65 not buy. That's not a bad idea. Like it is a reaction zone, so it could be a reaction zone. Yeah, I have a 63. I'll probably put it a little lower just because it's right at the lows. Like if you're looking for an idea like that, I'll put it at least like below. Next zone is like 39.18, 39.19. But I don't have any ideas for wick entry buys there in general. That candle close that candle on the 15? No, it's not. It's a weak bearish candle, so. What's up, Reggie? Good morning, bro. What up, Cookie? Calling it a day? No, it's way too early. I think the day just started now. We'll be here until 11 probably. Like another hour and a half, hour 15. I think the day just started. And lots of potential to that. Let's see, chat. So coming down pretty quick. Let's see, can it correct this entire range quick? And then, yeah, you want this to re-break the lows again. So you kind of want this to break the lows. If it breaks the lows, you're considering at clean traffic and a push, right? So if you get a push, let's say towards like 12 or something, you get a pullback. As long as you can hold 20, you're good. Anything below it, the re-break of this low should be good. But you gotta come down first. So I wouldn't know that. Otherwise, we'll be in sells from here. I need to wait for that move to come down. That's what I'm trying to say. 2010. What's up, man? It's funny because I actually broke down that scenario earlier. I was like, you know how sometimes like we're looking for an idea, and then people might be like, well, if you know it's gonna go down, why don't you take it? I didn't know it's gonna go down here. I drew and I need that move down. I said it before it came down. I said how I need this move to come down 300 pips in order to confirm that like that move down is a confirmation to add to the idea I'm looking for. I wasn't looking for the idea down, otherwise we'll get in, right? But like that's what I mean when I say like we're gonna miss out on this range. Like it's not a confirmation of like, that's like the very minuscule confirmation of anything. It's not enough. For me at least, it's not enough. Like we can assume all day. Like we can assume it's gonna reject off of like, you know, 4020, come back up. We can assume a bunch of shit. But for me to say like I need to miss out on this move. I need to miss on this 300 move down before getting a pullback and leg candles and all of that. It's part of the confirmations. So at no point today that I say that I knew it was gonna go down. I don't know if I don't know much. I don't know direction wise. I don't know where it's gonna go. I just know that if it prints this play in that particular order, that's gonna lead to my position. If it prints this play the opposite way, I have an idea there as well, if I do have buys, right? But we had two ideas today. Continuation sells down below 4020, 4036, three ideas actually, or wick entry sells at 4137. So like if it goes up, I can't say like, oh yeah, I knew it went up. Like no, I don't know, right? What I do know is that I'm gonna have to watch it drop up 1,000 pips here at least, because that's my zone. Right, 4135, 4136. So if it does drive up 1,000 pips and there's no structure, that's my wick entry sell. That's what I mean. But otherwise, I can just, you know, throw a bunch of signals out. Like I know this, I know that. I don't know. Nor do you need to know. You don't need to know to trade, right? You don't need to predict price. I think I don't know. I think a lot of times, like just like by default, when traders start trading for the first time, it's usually in that concept. Like they think that trading's about like predicting like the bias going up or down and then taking position off that bias. Like, but you can just kind of like, you don't need to predict where it's going to be headed to be a profitable trader. You could use different time frames to enter, right? Different confluences. But you don't need to predict. It's not like at the casino where like you're predicting on black or red, right? Like is it gonna be a black or red on the roulette table? All right, you're not like in trading. You have more edge because you have different time frames. You got different confluences. At the blackjack table or at the roulette table, I mean shit. What's the odds? Like 49%, right? By default, you got that green number, that 0 as well. But you have so much more advantages on the chart, so like that's what I mean. Like just take advantage of your other time frames. So which means that you don't always need to predict it's a 50-50. You don't gotta do that. I'd say 8 minutes left until news, chat, so it's still possible to get before news, but I think when it gets to like 55, we'll probably just wait for news to come out at 10. There's news at 10, right? ISM manufacturing PMI at 10 a.m. East, so in about 7 minutes. That comes out. I don't know how it's gonna come out. They're expecting 54 over 53.3, so actual greatest good for currency. So if numbers do come out 54, they're expecting good for the dollar, which means gold continues down. But again, that's just what they're forecasting. All right, what matters is like how it actually reflects in the chart. So like pay attention, you know, there's news, but you'll see on the charts what's gonna happen anyways for price. exactly what Eddie said, really. I think also maybe because sometimes like traders are just like in a hurry, right? Like they just want to wake up, get in, get out as soon as possible, and just be done for a day as soon as possible. Like there's no hurry, you know? Like it might sound a little dreadful hearing like, shit, we gotta wait 300 pips here. Like, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Move on to the next day. Tomorrow comes anyways. All right, you'll be here tomorrow. But it's like a lot of that is just like adding like pressure on yourself to take trades, or trying to, you know, prove something that you need to get a trade today. You need to be in as quick as possible before you get to the next, like before you even close your position or take your first position, you're already thinking about what you're gonna do with the profits after. You're already thinking probably like, damn, after this one I'm gonna take another trade over here. It's like you don't gotta plan that ahead in advance, man, because you never know how if those things are actually print or not. So yeah, just make it work with what's in front of you, right? Like what are you printing right now? And that's how I view the charts. Like I'm not trying to anticipate like the move. Like I'm a scalper too as well, right? But I'm still looking at the weekly time frame, right? But I'm not over here like what's gonna happen at price 3,000. Like no, we're really far from 3,000. You know what I mean? Like until we actually start breaking like through this area, like below 38.70, you know, after we tap into that zone, okay, maybe I'll look forward to the next area, like what could possibly happen next. But you don't have to plan that much in advance. But it's a lot of times just it's a feeling of like needing to like get a trade over with so you can just move on to the next trade. Like I don't know. Exactly. The market was open before I got time. Exactly, bro. Deadass. It was open before we were born. A lot of times just a rush though. It's like, I don't know. It's a lot of times also it reflects back to like your personal life. Like people just want to get out of their situation or expedite their situation, like get to the next point. Shit, bro. We got one life. Enjoy it. You're gonna be here in the charts tomorrow, regardless. All right, 1 minute chat. News comes out. ISM manufacturing PMI, 54 seconds. So yeah, we'll see how this comes out. There's 118,000 traders online right now. Oh, 10 a.m. So let's see how news comes out. Come on, good. Let's see. Positive. So yeah, you had 3 folders actually. ISM, manufacturing PMI, ISM, manufacturing prices, construction spending. So yeah, 3 folders came out. 2 of them came out positive, 1 came out negative. So yeah, if they came out good for $1, then price action or gold should technically go down, right? So now we just gotta wait to see how price reflects that. But so far it's going down. So yeah, still looking for that idea below 40-20 jet. The leg candles, right? So you want this to re-break the lows here. So at least another, like I would say, like maybe 110 minimum. 110 will push down before we start hunting. But we're close. Your broker updates faster than mine? Shit, I don't know. If your charts aren't live, bro, you're probably getting scammed. What do you mean your broker's not updating? It should be like direct, maybe like, you know, slight couple milliseconds delay really from like the live feed, but it should be pretty live. It should be like way less than a millisecond. Delayed seconds? Yeah, bro, you probably on a prop firm or something. Is that what you're on? Well, what did I tell you about these fundeds? Wait, no, was that you? Or that's someone else? Someone said they were on a prop firm on like last week. And one of their, what's it called? The terminal froze or something. Person though. Yeah, man. Maybe change brokers. Hey, top wick tap 36 here. So the steeper the better, right? I think the 1 hour flipped again. 30 minute broke the highs from earlier. That got filled. Let's see, can the 4 hour flip? But I'll count this as a leg candle reaction, right, chat? Off the body area, so I think the second time as well, because you technically already came down on this was on what day? 31st is Friday. You came down on Friday and then you came back up, and then now this is the second time re-breaking. So yeah, below like 20 should be pretty straightforward. The leg candle is like 220 pips. You said journaling right now? W day, cookie. Wow, 150,000 traders online. That's a lot. That's a lot on a Monday. See you guys. Leg candle on the minute, on the 5. Let's see if that has an effect or not. First 5 is the 1 hour look, basically. So if that fills, then it's a steeper top wick. Steeper top wick could lead to a 4 hour flip. Four-hour flip, steeper top wick. Could be a daily flip. But if it holds, then you're good. Not bad though. For a Monday chat, this I'll take this Monday. It's not bad compared to the last like 3 Mondays that we've had. It's been pretty slow, so this is not too bad. Maybe even positions, man. Still got like a whole hour left. It's hard to trade when the market is ranging. The best part about trading is that you don't have to trade when the market's ranging. If you find it hard to trade, it's because you probably don't have any of your ideas that are setting up. Which means that, is it really hard, or is it because you're trying to force a trade that's making it hard for you to look at the charts? It's like if you have an idea that forms, you take it. If you don't have an idea that forms, there's nothing there for you to take. So you like hunting while there's nothing there, it makes it harder for yourself, right? So is it like really hard, or is it just because you don't have anything planned, right? Or anything formed? And that's fine. If you don't have anything formed, then wrap it up and call it a day, right? Or like just continue waiting until you actually do get something that forms. The hard part is waiting, if anything. That's the hard part. Waiting until you get everything that aligns, right? But that's the best part about trading is you don't have to trade when things are ranging. Like 2 weeks ago, I had 1 trade the entire week. There wasn't much for me. I show up every day, Asian session, New York session, and we had 1 trade that entire week. It happens. Last week we had 2. So you don't have to hunt. My trading strategy, I don't even know if I have a name for it like that, but it's just a mix of price action, candles, support and resistance, just price actions, market structure, candle reading, reverse engineering candles, which is just like using multiple time frames, right? And then market structure, yeah, that's about it. I don't think I use anything too complex. Like almost everything that I do is like before grade 1 on babypips.com, right? If you guys ever done babypips.com, it's just like, I think they teach support and resistance pretty early on. So it's not that complicated of a strategy. It's just price action. Let's see, can it break below 20, chat? We still gotta move down another like 90 to 100 pips, so it's not bad. And then I'm guessing like reaction areas could be below here. Could be like 13 or something. That's what I got next. And then the re-break below there could be something. We gotta break the lows first. So that has not yet to happen. Peace out, Cookie. The news came out, didn't do anything too crazy yet, but could still bring it out, or it did shift in a little bit of volume, right? So this is a matter of price action could take that and go and continue. Chat, if you guys are enjoying the streams, hit that like button. We just hit 126,000 subs, I'm pretty sure. So on our way to 127. So we're getting like what, 1K a month so far on average, 1K subs. But yeah, I go live Monday to Friday. If you guys are new here, 8 AM East, every day. Wow, you got one trade live HM? One trade for the whole of July on 100K prop with 2% profit was enough? That's good. That's good, man. That's very good. W1 trade. That's crazy though. I don't know if I ever went a month with one trade. One trade, damn. I mean, some of these hedge funds out there are taking like one trade a month too. Probably making like 2% for the entire year, and they call it a year. 2%, $5 gazillion. I thought we'll get an earlier trade today, actually. I'm trying to trade less, but catch bigger moves too so far. I'm averaging 2 trades a week. Yeah. Whichever floats your boat. Whichever floats your boat. Whatever works, works. That's not stuck in my head right now. The spreads get a little better. I think so, right, chat? Can't tell. Let's pay attention though. Let's see. Let's see if they get better than this. Can you share us your targets? I don't have any targets. I don't have any targets. I have zones like that on the screen, but they're not all like targets. Like if I'm looking for positions below 4020 or technically 4013 probably, because you need that first break of the lows. But if I am, your next zone is 39.93. That's just what price shows. Regarding my TP for that trade, I don't know yet because I haven't entered yet. So once we do enter, I think we'll just probably attempt a leg count fill though. But I gotta see how it comes down first, right? But that leg candle fill is like 220 pips. But I wouldn't know until I get in. I'll give you a better answer, but if I do get in. Looking for buys at 4020? No, I'm looking for sells below there. I'm looking for sells once the leg candle fill in the 4. I'm looking for buys at 4200 above there. So, you know, a long ways to go. A long ways to go. 2,000 pips at least. Yeah, that's about it. I think someone else today was looking for wick entry buys at like 49.65 today earlier as well. As the first initial reaction zone. The only thing I said was just maybe move it down a little lower. It's not a bad idea though, because you're looking for the first initial reaction after a major support, right? But I don't have any of those ideas today. I only have buys above 4,200. Same idea for buys I've had for 3 weeks now. No buys ideas since. So until that forms, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know if it's gonna go up from here or not. I trade Asian. I would try to be there for Asian. Whenever it moves, I'm like actively hunting. But I think this month overall has been like I returned to Asian in July, and then in July we had like maybe 3 Asian session trades, like the late New York Asian session trades in total. So nothing too crazy yet. But yeah, Asian and then New York. I only stream New York though. And that record at the top left is all New York trades, so no, that is Asian. Whatever works. Whatever works. That candle. Looking good in the 15. Looking good in the 15. Chat, if this stream gets to 1,000 likes today, we're gonna play iRacing. A 1,000 likes today on this stream. Yeah, like it. 1,000. 3 zeros. I use the Richie Rich. Okay. That kind of body reaction to 15. Let's see, can it cook? Brings energy. It's not bad. My preferred sell level, below 40.13 is or 40.20 is what I got, but I gotta wait for this to re-break the lows of 420. Once it breaks the lows of 420, it's gonna make a new low. I don't know where that would be. Assuming 413 could be an area, just because that's your next major minor support, and then the pullback and then the re-break. So it could be anywhere between 20 and 13 down towards 9.3. But yeah, let's see my deal. Still today. Unk likes this music. W Unk, man. Where's your girlfriend? She with me. She living with me. I swear sometimes, chat, I can tell when people make a new account. Cause like sometimes people just know too much lore off a new account. It's like, yo, your account is fresh. Like, I know your ass been banned before on a different account. You made a new account to chat again. I know your ass couldn't resist the stream, man. Couldn't resist. Like, damn. Cause how you know? Just some people come in here like talking about like 2023 lore. And it's like, bro, your account's fresh. Which is like, yo, I know your ass got banned. What? Like, you couldn't resist, man. You couldn't just like, damn. Couldn't resist. Like, shit, man. This is how it goes though. Ain't no such thing as haters, chat. They just confused. Your haters turn to lovers, and that's how you build an army, bro. No such thing as haters though. Just confused. That's it. You're a hater? Prove it. Well, I know because, bro, there's a lot of people who are banned, bro. That's how I know. There's a lot of people who are banned. Maybe one day we'll just unban it. Unban requests. On Twitch, it was easier to follow, though. On YouTube, it's a little more difficult. On YouTube, YouTube's banning system is actually terrible. Like, you have to go through the entire list to unban somebody. On Twitch, you can kind of just search up their username. Damn, 10:26 p.m. here in my area and no one to watch. 10:26 p.m. Where are you right now? 10:26. That's 12 hours. That's like maybe you're in like Asia, right? Something like that. Weekly, maybe 3, not that many. On average, I try to get as many as I can, but the most price gives me is like 3 on average. So some weeks is different. Some weeks 1, some weeks 3, some weeks 2. It just depends. Australia, Singapore, SG Singapore. Singapore is lit. Pullback, hope so. Hope so. We need a pullback if we want an entry. Yeah. Let's see, 9:30 chat in 2 minutes here. 30 minutes unclosed leg candle again, so could be. What's up, BZ? Do you trade extreme ranges? What does that extreme ranges mean? That sounds like some online casino, like some extreme, like, you know, when you go to online casinos and you got that extreme roulette shit that gives you like a multiplier of 100x. 1000x. What's extreme ranges? Like severe ranges? Bro, that's a new one. Like weekly highs and lows. I don't look at weekly highs and lows, or I don't view it as that. Like I think like right now we're technically, if you can say, we're in an extreme range, right? On the 4-hour time frame, you've been ranging for like I think almost since June, like almost 2 months now. So it's still tradable. It's a higher time frame. It's a small time frame that needs to line up. But it's not like my trading strategy isn't as black and white as that. Like if it's a range, I don't trade it. Like ranges are possible. If you look at the playbook, we do get trades in the ranges. Depends if the small time frame sprint or anything. The only time where I don't trade a range, because look, this is a range cycle, right? This entire area. So the only time when I don't get anything in the range is maybe like if it's higher time frame range, it's smaller time frame range. But you can still get higher time frame range, smaller time frame drive. Higher time frame range, smaller time frame liquidity, right? The only time we don't get anything is like range, higher time frame range, smaller time frame. There's like nothing that I got checked off what I'm looking for. Give the market maker the Asian persuasion. Let's see. Not 10:30 here. Can we pick up? Remember chat mid-range? Or is that what that person said at one time? Trade mid-range, something like that. There's a lot of terms, man. We're never gonna know all of it. Wow. Look at that. People just be getting in for news and getting off. Like, that's crazy. From 150K to 58,000 within like 30 minutes. News came out 30 minutes ago. That is actually insane. Wow. That's a big drop. Pretty quick. Do you do any scalping? Yo, Primal Light. You ask me these questions. Nothing wrong with your questions. There's never a bad question. But damn, bro. You've been here for... I see you in the past chats here. Bro, I feel like you know these answers, bro. No, like... Or at least if you don't, you know. Damn. Yes, I scalp. Like, that's what I do. Yeah, I don't know. Since you've been here. I scalp, bro. I'm a scalper. I'm a day trader, scalper. I don't know. Some trades last longer, some trades are quicker, but I'm not like a hyper scalper. And you know, like that coping mechanism term, when like people take too many trades and start calling themselves hyper scalpers. Like, no, I trade. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be a scalp or a swing, or sometimes it could be a 30-hour trade, sometimes less. I just day trade. So I look to get in, look to get out on my target sets. My BE sets, trail stop set, and then just whatever the market prints in however time period, right? It can go from a minute to like however long. But yeah, if you're asking like whatever, like I'm like a hyper scalp, like I'm scalping in and out, like no, like even though I'm scalping, I'm using the higher time frame stump. You never seem to get trade? We took one on Friday, I think. Friday was the last trade. You can check out that stream, see how it went. Like, see the process of it from the morning analysis to the trade itself. Right, I think it was Friday. Yeah, 31st. 31st is Friday. Yeah, you can watch that stream. Watch the morning analysis on that stream at 8, and then fast forward to the trade. I think we took it at like around 9:38. I think this is 9:38. So yeah, NYC open. I'm still trying to find my sweet spot for how to take best trades. There's no such thing as best trades, man. That's the thing. You don't need to find to take the best trades. You gotta just what you gotta do is you gotta just focus on developing your playbook, and that's just gonna take some reps and time and efforts, being consistent, showing up every day. But yeah, you can start with the base strategy. Any base strategy works. Like, you can literally take any strategy, because trading is like 1% trading and 99% psychology, right? So you can take any strategy you have out there, and at the end of the day, it all comes back to your psychology, whether you can wait for those trades to come or not. And the only way you know what to wait for is if you just do trial and error until you get to a point where you get consistent with a certain setup, and then you start placing that setup in your playbook. This is trade number 1. This is trade number 2. And over time, you're only gonna look for trade number 1 and trade number 2. And over time, you might realize that trade number 2 might be shittier than trade number 1. So then you delete trade number 2 and keep trade number 1 and keep hunting over time for more trade ideas until you get to a point where you have like 8 trades or 10 trades or whatever you want in your playbook. There's no limit, there's no minimum, there's no max as to what you can do. But you need to journal in order to get those stats, right? So, and then eventually, every trade you take will be a high quality setup because you're only looking for trades in your playbook, which are high quality setups if you spent time developing them. And that is 99% waiting and 1% trading, because you're just gonna wait for those plays to play out, right? If they play out, if they form, you take them. If not, you know, you kind of just move on with your day. There's no like best trades though, you know? It's just gonna be trades in your playbook, because you remove the ones that are bad or the lower quality, lower percentage ones. Like right now, my lowest percentage trade idea maybe is the, let's see, in 2026, there's really only been, I think, maybe 1, 2, 3 setups and like maybe 1, 2, 3 entries. The lowest win rate one is a fake out. So fake outs are my worst plays right now. I've only taken 5 for the year, but that is the worst. 80% win rate. And the worst entry is wick entry, which is 90%. So obviously you can't just, you know, go off of like it takes some time to realize that too, like which ones are actually going to be lower probability. But yeah, you're always going to be adding to your percentages, right, over time. Like you're always going to be adding to your playbook and your journal. That never ends. From the day you start to the day you end. You know one thing though, chat? You know how like the period where you go from like unprofitable to break even, right? You might be frustrated at break even, but the amount of time it took you to go from non-profitable, like fresh beginner trader, to a break even stage where you're just at break even. You're not making too much, you're not losing, you're just like you're winning and losing, but it's like break even a lot of times, right? That might be annoying, but you know, the amount of time it took to get from that point to that point is the amount of time that's gonna take you from this point profitability to the next point of profitability, and then same and just rinse and repeat that same cycle. But it takes trading is gonna take time. It's not like, no, you go on a simulation session overnight and then you simulate a couple candles, a couple of ideas, and you write it down, and oh yeah, this is my new play. Like, bro, when you simulate the charts, chat, you're missing out on like 99% of it, which is waiting for the candles to actually form. Because everyone can look for a certain setup, but can you sit there and like see the entire process of how that play is forming, right? So that's why like live sample sizing is like much better than back testing, because when you live sample size, you know, let's say you're looking for a fake out, right? What is a fake out? Let's say there's a range here and you're sample sizing a fake out. So every time that you close back into the range here, you consider this a fake out. This is your play in your playbook now. When you actually skip the candles, you're gonna skip to a point where you close back into the range, and then you're gonna take the positions here on the simulator, right? But when you're actually waiting for these things to form, you would know like what is gonna lead to this breaking out. Like you'll know like all of that extra information, the left, right, center, back, front, back of the entire play, the process of the time frames forming at once. Like you would know like this is the one. You might simulate on the 1 hour time frame. You go live charts, you get to look at the minute, how it's forming, the 5, the 15, and you put all of that together, like all those different angles you put together. But you're not gonna get that if you simulator. If you use a simulator, like you're skipping that entire process. So that's like waiting is like more important than the actual idea itself, and you're missing that when you simulate, right? Simulate is good, like, you know, every now and then simulate, but don't like, you know, hop on a sim and you know, expect to come out the next day like a new person. It takes time to develop a lot of things, and it's better to know like all the in and outs of your trades than just to like copy someone else's idea and just go off of them, right? Like, because you don't know how that person got to that point. Like, who created the Fibonacci retracement? You know, some guy out there, I don't know who. Someone did though, right? A long time ago. we don't know his entire process behind that play. He might have looked for, like, let's say some structure before, I don't know, like whatever it is. But there's some things that person has from this point to that point to a point where they got that Fibonacci play. They have something that you didn't see because you just copied him. You just used a fib because he used it. You need to know how he used it, why he used it. So that's why, like, developing your own plays are always better than like copying someone else's plays. You can copy someone else's playbook process. You can take someone's playbook and be like, how did this person come up with this play? How do you come up with that play? But you want to make your own play, you know? But don't make your own play and call it like orange juice or something. Like, you know, don't call the pineapple orange. Like, make your own play, like not like no rebrand type shit, you know? Like, make your own play, like develop. Okay? It's always best to know from your own experience over someone else's. Always. Always, always, always. Kind of like how Lewis and, yeah. Like, no, sim is good. Sim is good. I use a sim. I use it in my DVSL one like maybe once a quarter. It's good, you know? It just refines like what we do, and it shows like your, because I also have a group, so that's why like it shows more ideas and setups, and they get to see the whole process. But I haven't picked up like some sims to develop ideas in like forever. Like, I just sample size it. Yeah, Lewis don't like sims. He said that doesn't correlate to real driving, which is true. I'm not an F1 driver, so I don't know, but the racing mechanics though, fuck, I'm not an F1 driver. I can't speak on that. So he's looking for sales? Yes, 4020 below there. But chat, like sometimes though, you gotta also like imagine if like you weren't to be on social media, like what would you look for? Because sometimes your ideas get affected by other people's opinions, right? And process. Like, you might see someone trading, passing a funded account on like online, and then you might look into their strategy, you might downplay yours, etc., etc. But like if you were to just get off, like just imagine it. You don't even need to get off online, but if you were to imagine like, if you were to get off social media, what would you do? Like, how would you get your ideas? Like, how would you process your ideas? Right? Like, there's no right or wrong way of doing it. That's what I mean. But when you're online, a lot of times you're comparing yourself, and then you're like, oh, damn, my idea might not be as good. Like, this might be better or worse. Like, what would you do? Right? Like, if you were to just get off. Top excels? No, we're very far. 4130. How far is this? Like 1,000 pips. 1,000 pips away. So it's already 10:43. Damn, I thought we were gonna trade today, chat. We got 17 more minutes, and then we're gonna call it a day at 11, around there, and we'll see what's up. But it's looking like pretty slow. You said break-even stage is the best. Yeah. A lot of people hate break-even stage. It's the longest stage. I will say it's like the most frustrating stage, because like you're right there to become profitable. At the same time, you're like, you don't know what to do, because you're just like, you're break-even. So this is the furthest you've got from when you started, right? But I'll tell you, the only thing you need to adjust maybe is just those little details. And a lot of times it's just psychology. But those finer details, that's it. Like, make a playbook. That's about it. Like, when you make the playbook, when you make a playbook chat, it's like black and white. It's like, it's good trades, or no, not even. There's a trade or there's no trade. Simple as that. There's no like in between. Like, whatever your play is that day. Like, there's no in between. It's just yes or no. Is there a trade right now? No. Is there one below 4020? Yes. So is there anything we're gonna do now? No. We just sit here and chill. And that's having a playbook. That's what it's like. You're just less like anxious while hunting or while on charts. Like, you're not always hunting 24/7. Like, you know what you're looking for. But But when you don't have that, you're just scrambled, right? All over the place, kinda. It's not a good feeling too. What's up, man? But I think by natural though, everybody's capable of trading, right? Like everyone knows that you have to be patient and wait for setups. I think it's when like they try to mix that with like time, like they put time into the mix. Like you need to make money by this time, by this year, by this decade. You gotta go to school for this decade. Like, you know, they gotta, like, that's when trading becomes difficult, because now it's like you're just applying all of this like unnecessary pressure that you need to take a trade today, or you need to make back or loss today. Like when time, a lot of time it's just time. But everyone knows the rules. Everyone knows like what they need to do to become profitable. Right? It's just hard to apply that, but when you zoom out, it's just time. It's all that it is. It's just time. This decade, this time, this month, this year, recovery lost by today, shit, anything, just time. Right? It's just that pressure. Donvo. What's up, Jordy? Questions? Shit, you can say whatever you want in chat. Ain't no. You can say whatever you want in chat. Alright. I wake up 6:37. Depends. Depends if I snooze or not. Try not to snooze, but sometimes I just be hitting that snooze button, you know? Until 7 though. 7 lately. And then I get in a shower. Get ready. It's probably gonna be like I shower pretty quick, like in the morning. Yeah, and then do my hair, or do, you know, get ready, you know, put on whatever I got, put on moisturizer, whatever the fuck it is, you know, whatever. And then I go make coffee. It's like maybe 7:30, 7:40. Sometimes though I might have a little bit of time to read a book or something. I don't know. It depends. Like sometimes in the morning I just be there chilling, staring at the blank wall. Sometimes be reading. I don't know. Whatever. Sometimes I'm researching something. I don't know. Depend. Whatever. Right. And then I make coffee, and then I get on the charts at like 8, and then the whole morning is here with you guys. That's about it. I just be. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty normal routine. Nothing too crazy. If anything, like, yeah, that's about it. That's about it. That is about it. My old routine was about the same too. Like I change my routine like every like couple months, but lately it's been this. Like I try to sleep early. I didn't really notice too much of a difference. If anything, I just felt more like, I don't know. Alertness was about the same. I think it was just maybe I try to get 6 hours though, minimum. I tried 8. 8 is a little too much for me though. 6 to 7. That's like perfect. Chat, how many hours sleep you guys get? If you get 9 hours, bro, every time I get 9, I'm like, I wake up and I'm just more like tired than ever. 9's overkill for me. $11, $12, bro. I don't know, bro. I think I slept for 12 hours before, but you wake up and you feel like you slept for 6. So, bro, either way, you wake up feeling like you slept for 6. There's no point in sleeping the extra 6 hours. For me, 3 to 4 hours. I used to be like that. 3 to 4 hours, yeah. 3 or 4 hours, and then you need a nap. You need like a weekday a nap for like 2 hours, 3 hours. I used to nap for like 5 hours sometimes. And then wake up for London session, enter London, enter Asia, and enter New York. Yeah. But now just New York and Asian. That's about it. Nine years, yeah. Some people are just used to that. You take naps though? Bro, I remember when I was a kid, bro, and I was going to work in the morning, like part-time job still. Bro, I felt every morning, because I used to work like 6 in the morning on weekends, right after during the weekends when I didn't have school. Man, every time I go to work, I'll be like, man, when I get older, I'm gonna make back all this sleep time every day. Like every time I woke up at 6 a.m. in the morning, I'm just like, I got like 2 hours of sleep last night. I'm like, man, when I get older and make money, I'm gonna sleep and make back all of this sleep. I was revenge sleeping. But still, to this day, bro, I don't think I ever recovered from the amount of sleep that I lost. So it is what it is. Like, I don't think I've ever had like an 8-hour sleep schedule. That's optimal, right? Forever. Like, I don't think I've ever lasted more than like 3 weeks sleeping 8 hours a night. I just can't. I don't know. I just can't. I try, but some of it pops up. Naps? Naps was routine for me. Caffeine, bro. Me, just the morning. Me, double espresso shot in the morning. That's about it for the day. I try not to go too crazy. Maybe like sometimes an extra coffee from Timmy's or something, but straightforward. Cause you just crash. Being forced to nap as a kid, I never got forced to nap as a kid. I wish. Bro, I never got a chance to nap as a kid. Every time I nap, mom comes in the room, get your ass up. Yeah, but no time to nap as a kid. But as I go older, that's when I started napping. Like I used to literally like 5-hour naps, 4-hour naps on a daily. But they say 20-minute nap. Chat, try 20-minute nap. They say that's optimal. Like 20-minute nap. I think they call it like, I forgot what they call it, but 20-minute nap, power nap. That's what it is. You take a power nap, you wake up, you feel like you slept for 8 hours. Before you get into that deep sleep, that balance. Try it. You might, try it. It feels better than taking like a 5-hour nap. Yeah, 10 years of your life. Yeah, 5 hours a day. Monster Energy to kick off the morning. Hey man, I used to drink those things too. I would have never stopped though if I did it. At one time, bro, my heart just started fluttering like crazy. So I still drink like Red Bull every now and then, like maybe like once every couple months. But I used to drink them every day until one day my heart started racing mad fast, and I was like, nah, that's it, no more. I got too scared. No more. Chat, we used to drink those it's called pre-market fuel. I used to drink something in the morning on stream. It was made for traders, right? So it's just like a pre-workout really, but like, bro, sour drink in the morning, pre-market fuel, all that caffeine. That's what I used to drink instead of coffee. "20-minute nap?" Yeah, I don't know. It's hard because, yo, you gotta like, you know you're gonna sleep for 15 to 20 minutes, but you don't know what time you sleep at. Like when you close your eyes and you're hoping to fall asleep for 15, 20 minutes, how you gonna know what 15, 20? It's not like you set a 15-minute alarm and close your eyes. Like, no, that's the start of the process. You know, you don't know how long it's gonna take you to fall asleep. So I never kept track of that. That's why I never did it. It just never worked. Pre-market fuel, yeah, it's like super old, like 2020 COVID era. Like I used to dry scoop them in the morning, like on some XQC dry scoop. G Fuel. Remember G Fuel? It was kind of like that. Is that still a thing, chat? G Fuel? Do people still drink that? G Fuel. Yeah, that's still a thing. Holy, I forgot about that brand, G Fuel. G Fuel, holy shit. I just unlocked like a memory. Yeah, that's what that was. It's just like that pre-market energy. Now they have like Celsius and stuff. Like people just drink Celsius and like Red Bull and that Red Bull Zero. Chat, what's the best Red Bull flavor? Best Red Bull flavor. Best Red Bull flavor. Is it cherry? I think I like this watermelon one. This one, iced vanilla. Shit, actually, I don't know if I tried iced vanilla. I've only tried. I tried this one. I think I tried this one. I think I did this one for sure. This one. That's about it. Red Bull sugar free. Yeah. Original straight gasoline. Yeah, I don't know how Max be drinking this every day. Oh man, fuck, I forgot about that. G Fuel. If someone watched your streams every day for 3 to 6 months, do you think they become a much better trader? If yes, what do you think they would learn the most from you? I would like for them to learn not my strategy, but if they can just pick up my routine on how I'm finding these plays, because then you can find whatever play you want. So that's the part where I never got to learn. Like no one taught me that. I had to learn that myself. Like there was no one that taught me that coming up. So finding your own plays, how long it takes, like just the process of it, you know? Like you guys seen literally every single process of every single play there was. the leg handle in live time, drive range liquidity in live time, so things like that. And that just comes back to me showing up every day and over time realizing these things, right? But yeah, then you just make up your own plays. You can just find your own plays that I have never seen before, and that maybe someone else has never seen before, and you just kind of build off of that. Because you don't need to copy the playbook one for one. You can just grab the formula of how I made a playbook and then make your own with your own plays. And that's about it. So yeah, I think that's what they can get from the stream, because then that's infinity. You can choose whatever strategy after. Like I wouldn't sit here and advise like try to copy my strategy from start to finish, because then like you might not know in and outs of what I do. You're a next level course seller? Hey man, you still watching me though. I'm glad I can provide some good value to you. Dubs in the chat. All right, chat. 11:01 a.m. here, guys. Still no break below 40.13, 40.20. So we're still looking for that. But yeah, it's 11, so we're gonna start placing a session stop loss soon. Okay, chat. I think I'm just gonna place it up here. If you break above 40, we'll call it a day on stream. If there's anything, I'll call it in the channel. It was later in my session. And yeah, we're looking for same idea still. So you see how this took a long time to go up? It's more so ranging up here. If you can correct this range quick, like 1-2 pop, that would be a lot of info. And you can look for continuations below. So yeah, it's just a matter of that happens, right? Same thing we've been looking for all day though. Planned, and we came close. We got the body reaction off the 40.20. Now it's just a matter of breaking the lows, and that's it. That should be the drive after. But yeah, session stop loss is 40.40. If it goes down further, we'll move it down and keep trailing it, because it's more so of a now or never type of thing. When I first started watching, I didn't know about plays and playbooks. Not one person talked about it. Yeah, I don't know. I guess for me, by natural, I like to have a routine. So like for me, like if I can't find a routine for myself to get into trades and ideas, like I just had a hard time. There's just too many thoughts and processes I could have taken. So like if I have a playbook, you know, it's like I know what to do every day. Like I know what to look for. So by natural, I just kind of made a playbook, and then we dropped that in 2021. But there's just too much to look for, right? The target, like when you look at the charts, when you look at the charts, the markets, it's like you can take anything. It's like there's always a moment where someone can take a trade. Time to play. Look at this, chat. Not bad. Not bad. This corrected like maybe half of the range. Let's see. Could be volume. If spreads are not bad, could be a little better. Maybe they'll get better on the way down. All right. So again, this took how long to go up? This took 16 candles to go up. Oh no. On the minute time frame, it took it took maybe 79 candles, so an hour and 20 minutes. So if this corrects it within less than an hour and 20 minutes, let's say 10 minutes, you know, whatever it is, 12 minutes, that's gonna be significant to volume. Yo, leg candle fill coming up too. Yeah, last 15, the hourly and stuff like that. Yeah, there's just like a lot of concepts, you know, on like the stream, so you can just pick whatever floats your boat and go with it. Add it to your ongoing playbook. That's the best part. It's like Build-A-Bear, you know, you go to Build-A-Bear, you pick out everything about the Build-A-Bear. You pick out like the clothes, the drip, you pick out the shoes, the hat. Like that's trading. You get to build your strategy. Go on this person's stream, take that, thank you, bro, I'll take that. Go on this person's stream, take that, thank you, man. This person, yeet, take that, right? And then now you have your own playbook. But you can literally watch anybody do that. $37. Chat, we're at 1,000 likes yet? 1,000 likes today we play iRacing, man. Shit. What do you mean 1K likes, bro? Hey, man. You never know. Sky's the limit. Soon times. Oh man, looks like we are flipping. Chat, I really thought we'll get a trade today, start the month. I'm like, damn, on stream. But looks like you might hit the session stop loss at 40.40. Let's see. Maybe a plot twist. Let's see if there's a plot twist. But this looks like it could be a higher low. Or maybe a lower high. Without breaking the highs, it could be a lower high too. So that's why we gotta miss out on some moves, right? To confirm what it's gonna be. And not just assume. Let's see. I'm gonna stand here. Chat, here's 5 gifted. 5 gifted to the channel. Yo, Jordy got one? Damn, must be paid. Jordy, Richie, Liddy, Rav 3000, Ash Pack. Okay, damn, Jordy got one. That's crazy. Very crazy, very crazy. There'll be more. Yeah, don't you already have a celery? Oh no, maybe you didn't. Damn, Penzo. Maybe next time. See, you guys ask more questions and you'll get one too. See, maybe that's how it worked. Maybe it's how it worked today. You know, shit. Which time frame? Which time frame? Wick candle? There is resistance marked at 436. Can someone tell me? I had that as a support, not a resistance earlier. I had it as a support earlier, but when it breaks, it becomes a resistance. Yeah. So yeah, it becomes a like if you're above it, then it's a support. If you're below it, then it's resistance. But when I based it earlier, it was off of the fact that it's a support zone. But yeah, that was like way earlier, like 37 zones off of like the 30. You can say, I think I used a 30 or the 4. I think maybe it was a 4 actually. But if you go on the 30 and the 1, you'll see the same zones being reacted. Just like areas of resistance to the left, right there. Yep. True story though. Every day I wake up. Hey Don, you ready to answer buy or sell questions today? So ready. So ready. Hey, look at that. Lower high could be. Hold on. You don't want to predict yet, but it could be, chat. It could be. We didn't break 40-40. Didn't hit our session stop loss. Could be. Let's see. This is the second time you're coming down to with more structure now. So could it be straight move towards 40-20? You have a leg count on the 1 hour thing too. Could be. This is a 120 pip range. Damn. Let's see if it starts glitching. Jordy, you still live on YouTube right now? Whatever works, works. Whatever works, works. Oh, here we go, man. Here we go. Is he gonna break 40-40? 40-40. Will it break? Or are you gonna hold? If it does hold, that's a third lower high now. The third one. So yeah, one lower high, two lower highs, three lower highs. Just adds on to it. You want to guess. You don't want to guess what it's going to do. Stars like a Matt Damon. Let's see. Can we get some volume? Can we get some volume? Bro, we need those moving ones. These moving drifts. Took this one to sign, so I'm not naming. Music makes you hungry. Alright, new playlist. Ten minutes for a 30 closure. So still chat has not hit the session stop loss yet. We're close though. Like we're like maybe 30 pips away. Someone get these beggars out of here. Hey, bro, if you need $50, man, You can't be asking the chat for 50 bucks, man. You gotta work for the 50 bucks. I gotta clip that sound. Why is open interest? No clue, man. No clue. Do I think gold is gonna reach 40.70 today? I think it's a possibility for sure. I think there's always a possibility, but I don't have any buys until we move up 1,700 pips. So I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I really would not know until you break above 4,200. So that's pretty far. I don't got anything going up towards that area as of right now. But I have a session stop loss at 40.40, so if that breaks, GG's. Went an Odyssey? 10. I mean, that movie was great. Shit, I'm watching it again. That movie was good. 10 out of 10. You saw Spider-Man? I want to watch Spider-Man. I need to watch Spider-Man. I need to watch that. Was it good? I heard it was the best Spider-Man like they ever made. With Tom Holland. Did you watch it on the X screen? On the screen X? They have like triple monitor screen setup. Odyssey was good though. You gotta watch Odyssey, bro. I'm surprised you didn't watch that yet. That's Travis. But it was good. I'm glad I had a. Bro, don't tell me the ending. Don't spoil chat. One time someone spoiled it for me. Like, I'll never forget the fucking day, bro. This is how I should have known. I'll never forget the day when Avengers came out. Avengers Endgame came out, right? Spoiler alert here. Mute your microphone for like, if you haven't watched the Endgame Avengers yet, mute your microphone for the next minute here. But starting now, mute. But basically, I didn't watch Endgame, but when it came out, this fucking asshole said, first day, literally the first fucking day, bro. In my Telegram group he goes, Iron Man died. To this day, I did not watch Endgame yet because of that reason. To this day, I still have not watched the Avengers Endgame. This fucking guy came in my chat and said, Iron Man died. The first day that movie came out. The first day. Never forgiving him. Ever. Ever in my life. Never forgiven him. Never ever. So I never watched it. Fuck. Avengers? Yeah, no, I've only watched like, I still didn't watch Endgame. I don't know, bro. Every time I watch the movie, I get pissed off. I get pissed off thinking about it, so maybe. I need to go on a Marvel run. But I'm gonna watch The Dark Knight, the Batman trilogy again. I watched Prestige yesterday. The one with Patrick Bateman. What's his name again? I always forget this guy's name, bro. What's his real name? The guy in Batman, the guy in American Psycho. Shit. What's his name? I noticed you ain't using Mac OS for trading, bro. what's up? What's wrong with not using Mac OS for trading? I used to use it. Oh, hold on. Lower highs, third one. Could it be the glitch? The glitch. Spreads are a little wide here. They could be a little better. Is there news right now or something? What's that? Why is there a little gap there? Nah, I don't see anything. It hit the 50 MA. Christian Bale, W. Yeah, one of my favorite actors, Christian Bale, and who's the other guy? Ben Affleck. Yeah, it's funny as well. Ben Affleck. And y'all die. I don't know, we'll be trading gold and leg candles to bring them back. Bro, you getting banned, bro. You getting banned, like. You're getting banned. Why would you spoil it, bro? What you mean you go and save them by trading candles? Hey guys, you didn't break 40-40. Lower highs, the third one now. Can it be? Can it be? There's a little more structure now. Still a little early to say, but this could be quick. This could be a quick range fill. The quicker the better, because it'll get us our ideas below 40-20. 1-2 pops. 1-2 pops. Alright? If it's quicker going down. So far it is though, by a lot. Because this took, again, 90 minutes to go up. 100 minutes to go up. An hour and 40 minutes. And so far it took 4 candles to go down. So let's see how long it takes the rest of the range. Could be some though. I will say though, I'm going to move my session up, chat, towards the flip. So 39, if that flips, then GG's, we'll call it a day, okay? So let's see. Oh, Odyssey. Yeah, I see. Did you watch it in 70mm Walkman? Yes, have that in Australia. You watch it in IMAX 70mm? Nah, damn. Yeah. It was still good though. Front seats? GG's. Your neck. You're looking up like that. Yesterday's low. What was yesterday's low? Yesterday made a low. This one? You mean Friday or Sunday? I think Sunday already broke the lows. I think the lows from this morning, it could re-break. It could retest that. I'm looking for more so once it breaks that low to confirm that's going down. I wouldn't know from here. So I gotta miss out. If it is going down, we'll miss out on 120 pips. We gotta wait for that range to fill. And then the same idea we had earlier today, below 40-20. The leg candle fill is what we're looking for. So yeah, we need this to re-break, pull back and hold 4020, and then below 4020 down is what we're looking for. And that is gonna retest, I guess, like the 29th low. Yeah, the Wednesday's last month's low. Oh wait, the 29th low in general. This NYSE session, yeah, let's see. A little bit of life left. Chat, as you continue, if you re-break these lows here, if you continue to make your way down, we're gonna move our session stop loss further down and down, okay? So right now it's at 40.39. If it, let's say, re-breaks 29, we'll move it down towards like 33 or something. We just keep trailing the session stop loss, because it's more of like we eliminate all the other ideas that we can get today from one idea. So, you know, there's no point waiting if that idea isn't formed. Or you can hop off whenever you want, right? But I have a thing that I do that's called session stop loss. Session stop loss. Batman funny? Oh, you talking about Ben Affleck? Yeah, that guy's mad funny. Look at Trump news. Hey, remember earlier chat, I was like, whenever news comes out, it's like destined to go to where it's supposed to go. So that stuff just expedites the process. This thing is moving. So let's see if that lines up with what we're looking for today. Perfect. Perfect. So the next folder chat is Friday, okay? Friday is NFP, so special week, special NFP week. Sometimes it's slow to NFP, sometimes I don't think it could be slow this time though, because FOMC was just last week. So if anything, I feel like something might be priced in, or there could be a pretty big week ahead of NFP. So that could pick things up. That could definitely pick things up. Penzo, I have a crazy stream idea. We're gonna do eating pierogies, drinking jus, listening to Travis Scott in the background. What do you think? What do you think, bro? Best stream ever? Hey, that would be. That would be. Do they have copy trade feature? Yes, they do. I think so. Actually, I don't know. I think so. I haven't used their copy trade feature. I use like a different copy trader. I use social trading tools. That's what I use. But I never use blueberries. You ready? actually too elite. I'm too elite. Too elite. Too elite, man. Too elite. Alright, chat. I think that's it, though, man. I think I'm gonna call it. I think we're gonna call it. If there's anything in the channel, I'll call out, but I think that's it, guys. Yeah, I think that's it. Not bad day though, chat. Like, what do you guys think? Like, what do you guys give today? Like, I think 5.5 out of 10 is not too bad today. It was decent. So, again, FOMC was last week. He didn't move. NFP is Friday. I would assume today to NFP, you're going to get some volume. So, there'll be tomorrow. All right, chat. So, I'll see you guys there tomorrow. 8 a.m. East in the morning. We'll be live. If you're new to the channel, sub to the channel. If you guys enjoyed the stream, like the stream up. And yeah, chat. I think that's it. I think that's it. All right, chat. Have a good one. Peace out. Appreciate you being here today. Peace, peace.
Watching the moves and playing it close. SOD, super soap. Rainy days, his and hers, matching coke. Jet so big, feel like a boat, staying afloat. I'm watching the moves and playing it close. SOD, super soap. She was a hoe, but I ain't gon' judge, cause that was way before. Yeah. I know Cleopatra at the pyramid tonight. Cinderella Benz, I got bucket seats inside. Roll a backwood with my enemies inside. Hey, okay. Yeah. WhatsApp attachment, first time I seen
Wait.
naked.
Did we get 1,000 likes yet? No, fuck. I guess no iRacing stream today, guys.
Watching the moves and playing it close. SOD, super soap. Rainy days, his and hers, matching coke. On a jet, it feel like a boat, staying afloat. I'm watching the moves and playing it close. SOD, super soap. She was a hoe, but I ain't gon' judge, cause that was way before. Grind on me, grind on me. Love it when you pressing that behind on me. Holding everybody heat, cause they won't find it on me. Who said I can't dance with a 9 on 9 on 9 on 9 on 9 on me? Giddy up, giddy, how you rolling out, girl? Feel it in your system, codeine cow, girl. Who am I? Who am I? You know it, Mr. Big Time Eating. Mr. Not Sleeping, he's late night creeping. Both ears, right wrist, all that's freezing. You know I'm a dog, I'm a hard pass demon. Says she wanna ride, I'm like, hey, okay. Shawty wanna ride after 4 seasons. Shawty wanna ride after 4 seasons. Shawty wanna ride after 4 seasons. I'm watching the moves and playing it close. SOD, super soap. Rainy days, his and hers, matching coke. Jet so big, feel like a boat, staying afloat. I'm watching the moves and playing it close. SOD, super soap. She was a hoe, but I ain't gon' judge, cause that was way before.